So in today's video, I just wanted to quickly jump on here and share with you guys some of the big luxury sales that are currently happening right now. And I think some of them will only have a few more days being valid from the time that this video goes up. So hopefully this is enough time for you guys to get inspired, tick off items on your luxury wish list that you couldn't before, and also to help support local businesses. And obviously at the time of filming, we are still in major quarantine around the world. So a lot of businesses are struggling at the moment. So if you're able to support some of these businesses and get the luxury items that you want, I think it's a win-win, especially since a lot of businesses out there are encouraging us to continue purchasing during this time by massively discounting their products or giving other incentives. So I wanted to share some of the big ones with you guys. It won't be an exhaustive list, of course, but I just wanted to get this up really quickly, and also to share with you some of the items that I bought. And one item in particular literally just came this morning, so I wanted to unbox it live with you. So it's like an unboxing haul kind of video as well. So without further ado, I'm going to start with the first website, which is Flannels, which I actually have 3 items to show you, one of which is brand new. So Flannels is currently doing a 20% off discount code. It's like friends and family. I'm not really sure what that means because you could just make an account and get the discount. Anyway, they've done this promotion before, which is how I bought these 2 items here. This is a Chloe jumper in like this beautiful mohair and wool blend with this cool print. And I got that for 20% off, as well as this Love Shack fancy bell dress. And I'm just gonna let that police car go by. Really good discounts on both. I think both totaled up to around £450 from their original even sale price. So they were already discounted to start with, and then an extra 20% off that sale price, which is pretty awesome. So I would highly recommend you go visit Flannels. This was the first time I've shopped on Flannels, and I did have a bit of an issue in terms of verification and security because I did originally want to send it to my work address. But if you make sure that your billing and your delivery address are exactly the same, i.e. at home right now, then you won't have an issue. And honestly, this next item that I'm going to show you that I bought with this 20% discount code, I ordered yesterday evening and it came this morning, which is incredible. I mean, I have to pay for delivery on Flannels. I think most of these luxury websites you have to pay for delivery, which in my opinion just shouldn't happen. I don't know, there's just something about an extra £6 or £7, which I just don't agree with when you're buying a luxury item. I had to pay delivery. It was meant to be, I think, 5 to 7 working days delivery. And you know, I'm waiting at home, so I didn't really mind too much, to be honest. But I was so surprised when I got the notification on my phone this morning that it was coming today, especially given that I'm filming this on an Easter weekend. So I'm very impressed. And so actually I'm just going to show you the item that I got, because the great thing I think about Flannels is that there's a lot of items on there which don't appear on things like ShopStyle or List or on usual search engine entries, but actually they sell a lot of the big brands, the Gucci's, the Pradas, Fendi's, etc. And they frequently have sales, but I feel like not many people know about it compared to the likes of Louisa Via Roma. So I would definitely recommend seeing the items on there, especially during this 20% off time anyway, because this item that I'm going to show you was one that I've been looking at from other websites like Farfetch, and they've never discounted this much, and I bought this one on sale and then an extra 20% off. Anyway, instead of rambling on, I'm just going to show you, and it is in this Prada box because it is indeed a pair of Prada shoes, if you can't already tell. And this is literally my first impressions because I have not, and I've resisted the temptation to do so before filming. I have not opened this yet, as it just came this morning. And just to put you guys at ease, by the way, when the delivery man came, he social distanced, he took a photo of the door crack open a little bit and then like went on his way. And then I used gloves to open the package, discarded the packaging immediately, brought this one upstairs. And after I've handled this one, I will go ahead and also wash my hands again because hygiene. So anyway, I'm going to open this out, and it did come in like this outside pouch, which wasn't a Flannels pouch. It was some other brand, which was a bit interesting, I guess, but it had the receipt tucked in there, so it was nicely presented. There are a few grubby kind of marks on top, so I'm not sure if I'll keep the box, but yeah. And then we have the dust bag over here for the shoes, and it's quite, oh, we've got two. And then the shoes that I got, I'm nervous. So much tissue paper. Okay, so we got this. Alright, so I don't know if you can see that. Let me take this out. Ooh, okay, okay. So we have here some nude and white two-tone slingbacks from Prada. And honestly, these were inspired by, recently I watched Pretty Woman. And it's the first time I saw it, can you believe it? I know it's a classic. I still also haven't, as a side note, watched Breakfast at Tiffany's, so I'll definitely be doing that during this quarantine period. Anyway, so I saw her wearing, towards the end of the film, these two-tone pumps, and I loved them. They're very Chanel-esque, but I couldn't find any slingback in that colorway since watching that film, and it's quite a niche request, but I just loved how it looked, and Chanel I don't think has ever made one of this colorway. And then I saw that Prada, after much searching online, did a pair like this, and theirs is a bit more of a flatter toe cap at the front, as you can see, but these retail for I think 600 odd pounds, maybe even over, which I was not prepared to pay. And lo and behold, I just went on Flannels because I saw they were doing the promotion again for 20% off, and this was reduced to like 488 after the sale discount, and then I did another 20%. So total, I bought it, including delivery, was £397, which is amazing. And looking at these now, the quality looks amazing, and it looks like it's a patent shiny leather, which is great, and white clean. So I'm just going to take these shoes out to show you the box on the floor and uncover the heel protector here so you can see the detail. Wow. I bought a size 5, and from looking at it, it looks like it will probably fit. And it's also got, thankfully, an adjustable strap here, which is good because I always find with slingbacks, as much as I love the look of them, they sometimes, if it's just elastic, they could fall off your foot, and then you end up having like essentially what would be slippers almost, or like clogs, because they just thump against your foot. But these look really secure, and they look amazing quality, and I need to just try them on for size, but they look like they'll fit. That was my extra sale purchase on top of these two items that I got here from Flannels. So I'd encourage you guys to check it out if there are items that you've wanted for a long time. Maybe they're on Flannels, but I think the code runs out in a few days, so just make sure that you double check, and if you want to sign up to their newsletters, I'm sure you'd be the first to know. But they did bring this promotion back. There was a month or so's gap between these lots of purchases, so it's very likely that during this climate they might bring some sort of similar discount back in the future. And also something worth mentioning is I bought these items through cashback websites, so you can use Top Cashback, which is my personal favourite, and you can also use Quidco. I think those are the two big ones in the UK at least, but I'm sure wherever you are there will be big equivalents that probably partner with the likes of Flannels and other luxury retailing websites. So definitely check it out. I think I got like 15 or 16 pounds because I was doing some sort of cashback reward promotion. So overall, a really big win. So would highly recommend you doing that with any other purchase that you make with these discount codes. Hopefully they're valid with discount codes. Sometimes I know they have exclusions, but I've been very lucky and they've both worked, which is awesome. Anyway, so these are my new shoes. Can't wait to wear them around my house, I guess. But these are also perfect, not just for summer, but I think these are great work style shoes as well, because the heel is not too tall. I think it's about 8 centimeters and it's supported by a big block, which is very comfortable looking. So that's my shoes and those are my purchases from Flannels. Next up, I'm going to talk about Louisa Via Roma. I don't have any items from Louisa Via Roma at the moment, but I am avidly scrolling on their websites because of all the great discounts that they do. And honestly, out of all of the retailing websites that I'm going to talk about, Louise Via Roma is probably the one I've spent the most money at over the last few years, because they just do the most random but also the most highest discounting codes out there. And I also think that their reward system is really, really good. I've got an £150 voucher that I need to cash in and spend on items. So there's a lot of money that's been spent with Louise Via Roma, and for good reason, because they do great marketing, I guess, in the sense of discounting quite often. So I would definitely recommend you sign up to their newsletter. I get those all the time. I think they do it daily, which keeps them front of mind for me. And they're always doing, like, minimum, I think, like 25% discount codes. And last year, I've even seen them do a 40% discount code. Not sure if they'll bring it back this year, but you never know. With the current climate, they might do, because they're already bringing out 25 and 30%, so we're almost there. Anyway, so I know that there's 2 current coupon codes that are live, but please do check often on their website, and if you linger long enough, a code will pop up with a timer on it that you have to buy. Or if you are signed up to their newsletter, then they will remind you daily, if not twice daily, of the latest discount codes. So the first one is 25% off spring collections, and I believe that is S25. And then the second one, which you can try, is L30, which I believe is for more of their wider collections to have 30% off. Of course, there'll be exclusions, as with anything, but just if you have a wish list of items that you want, just try and check out and then put the coupon code in and see which one works. But I think both are pretty good, and you know, if you're not in a rush, which clearly none of us are if we're all at home, then you can hold out a little bit longer, and they might do a 35% discount code in the next few weeks, if not 40, which would be awesome because they've done it before. Moving on to Farfetch, which is also a really great website that helps support even more other local boutiques around the globe. They're currently doing a promotion at the moment, which is Support Our Boutiques, I think it's called, and you get 25% off some of their selected items. They have a hashtag page on their website with it. And honestly, really good price points for a lot of key brands like Valentino, I think Fendi as well. So definitely check it out. I do personally find that Farfetch items, because they are on a boutique by boutique basis, that they sometimes could overprice some items, because probably to cover the delivery charges from around the world to where you are. But on the whole, I think it's still worth having a look. I do infrequently buy from Farfetch. They have a great user interface. They have good cashback as well. And I think the selection of item is vast beyond what some other websites are, just purely because of the scale of their boutique network around the world. I think they also have things like Chanel, vintage, and things like that, which is quite unique. But also check delivery costs, because I think they will vary depending on when the item is and if there's any additional taxes, if it's outside of the EU, for example, if you're based in Europe. And try and get it on cashback if they will allow you. So that's Farfetch. And then the final website that I want to talk about is My Teresa, which I also buy relatively infrequently from, but time to time they have really good discount codes. I think they just did one for existing members of their loyalty program, like £200 off like 800 or something equivalent to that. I don't think it's working anymore, but I know that they currently have one that's gift 15, so that's 15% off. And I think they will again have exclusions, so do read the fine print on their website, and hopefully that one's still valid at the time of this going up. So that is everything that I wanted to say during this video. And if there's other websites, by the way, that I've missed out that are doing big discounts, please do share below. Sharing is caring, of course. And I'll see you in my next video.